This video is sponsored by Elton John AIDS Foundation, creating a world free from AIDS. More about that after the video. Hey kids, well, actually not this video. If you are under the age of 16 and read the title of this video and go, "What's that?" then you should probably talk to your parents and make an awkward situation. So I guess, hey teenagers and adults, are you looking to get a bit hanky-spanky in the bedroom? Well then you should probably know a thing or two about HIV. HIV, also known as human immunodeficiency virus, is essentially a virus that attacks your immune system over time. It attacks the important cells in your body that defend it from other illnesses. How do you get HIV? Well, let me try and paint this in a picture that won't get me suspended. Let's use a non-living thing, I guess hydrogen. When two hydrogens love each other very much, they may combine together, which we'll call sexual intercourse. When they combine together, they run the risk of getting any kind of disease, like HIV and other STDs. If they have more intercourse with other hydrogens, the risk is higher. But in this case, if hydrogen combined with 3 other hydrogens, it'll become H4, so I guess it has HIV. This is because HIV can be transmitted through 4 fluids: blood, semen, vaginal secretion, and breast milk. But don't worry, if you're a man, you'll probably only see 3 of those in your lifetime. Sexual intercourse isn't the only way to get HIV. If you do drugs and share needles, and through childbirth. Although being born with HIV is so rare nowadays, it's like finding a shiny Pokemon, but in Nuzlocke mode. So the more risky behavior, like having sexual intercourse and doing drugs, would definitely have a higher chance to get HIV. But being abstinent and not doing drugs is the safer option. There are 3 stages of HIV. The first stage is called acute HIV infection. This is where there is a lot of virus in the patient's blood and are very contagious. They experience flu-like symptoms for longer than a flu should last and should get tested. There are 3 different types of tests that you can get. The antibody test, which tests your blood and oral fluid for antibody, also one of the only self-tests. The antigen test, which is typically done in labs to check your blood for HIV antigens and antibodies. And finally, the nucleic acid test. This is the test that actually finds the virus in your blood and sees how much there is in it. This test verifies if you actually have the virus or you are just sick. The second stage is called chronic HIV infection. In this stage, HIV is still in your body and reproduces. The person doesn't really show any signs of it, but they can still transmit it. At this stage, you should get it treated so you don't go to the third stage. Treatment for HIV is called antiretroviral therapy, or ART, which is prescribed to someone with HIV by a healthcare provider. Taking these shots or pills will help you have less HIV in your blood. You should always be on your treatment so it doesn't multiply. Also, even if you don't go to the third stage, you'll be at the stage 2 for life. The third stage is called AIDS, or acquired immune deficiency syndrome. This is what HIV becomes if it's not treated properly. It's a very severe version of HIV. Someone with AIDS has a very bad immune system, a high viral load, and is very contagious. If you have AIDS, your contract to life may not last longer than 3 years, which just shows how bad it is. There are still many ways to prevent HIV, like pre-exposure prophylaxis and post-exposure prophylaxis medicine. Being safe during sex, like using condoms, is also very important. Although people with HIV and AIDS can be very contagious, should you still be friends with them? I mean, yeah, maybe don't do scissor fights, but still, who wouldn't want to be friends with Freddie Mercury? Speaking of famous singers, sponsor time. Elton John AIDS Foundation is an organization that was created in 1992, made to defeat the HIV and AIDS virus in the world, no matter who you are. They strive for no more HIV infections and no more AIDS deaths. The Elton John AIDS Foundation has raised over $600 million to over 50 countries. We can end this epidemic together, and every donation counts, so please give it a look. Until next time, I'm Owen Plord, and thank you for watching.